you see scaffolds, which are really organic. These Voronoi cubes, they look similar like structures in nature, and they can be used, for example, to culture cells in these organic looking structures. So customers of us actually really did similar things. So they used structures like these cubes with little spikes and cultured cells here inside. This is an example from Professor Angelo Accardo from the TU Delft. But you can also print, for example, these little tube structures with different hole sizes and shape structures. And when you look here inside, you even see that even on the bottom, we can also print these Voronoi shapes, and we can also culture here cells inside. The green is the actin cytoskeleton of the cell, and the cells grow really nicely in these little tubes. If you are interested in capillary structure in a complex mesh, so we generated here this subunit cell where we have these, these vascular tubes. And we decided the size of these tubes here, of these holes, to be below 5 micrometers. So they are between 1 and 5 micrometer in size. And so cells are not able to invade into these vascular tubes. To generate then a unit cell out of that, we mirrored this subunit cell in X and Y direction. And so we generated then a unit cell, which allows us to generate even bigger tissues, including also this vascularization here inside. And then we can actually print this structure as well, which I show you in a second once this video here is done, which shows you that we can also then now stack these unit cells next to each other and print really big tissues. So here is the printed structure. When we have a look here further inside, you see that the structure is perfectly resembled. We have these very small pores, cells are not able to invade, and then we have a very good flow of nutrients into the tissue itself if we pump nutrients through the tissue. And then, as I said, we can also print this in a larger array, like a 4x4 array of this unit cell in X and Y, and Z also by 4. So it's a cubic millimeter here in size, or even bigger. Then I also promised you to talk a little bit about AI-generated surfaces. So these surfaces here were generated by AI, where we told the AI to make some images, grayscale images of organic-looking structures. And what you can do now is, compared to these anti-fouling properties I showed you before with this pox-like structure in this Voronoi cube, you can now check, is there a surface texturing which my cells like most? So you can culture cells here on these surfaces and then check how do cells grow here? Do they like one surface over the other? And then you can texture also 3D structures with these AI-generated surfaces.